the No Limiter Podcast, where we interview top business owners, entrepreneurs, and creators in every industry to help you set record-breaking months. Here's your host of the No Limiter Podcast, Regina Eileen Woodard.
You are listening to the No Limiter Podcast with Regina Eileen Woodard, and I'm always joined with my special co-host, all the way out of the No Limiter Podcast family. That is Dr. Who?
Dr. T, Dr. Teresa Moore. Hey, everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And today is a special day because we are interviewing. Actually, we're not interviewing. She's really going to be talking to us and we're going to be asking questions. And she's probably going to be telling us what to do, because how do you have a 10-year-old telling you what to do? Well, this is what's going to happen on this podcast today. We're going to ask her questions and she's going to answer the questions, but she's going to tell us her life story as if she's in her 30s or in her 40s, or as she's come out the womb. Have you ever met a 10-year-old that came out the womb actually knowing how to write a book, knowing how to play, knowing how to walk you through steps of what she goes through every day? Before we actually talk to Nyla, Dr. T, how's your week been? How are you doing?
Good. You know, I'm doing real good. I don't have no complaints. I'm super excited about today. I'm super excited because I love Nyla since the first day I seen her. So since the first day I seen her, I've loved her. And so it's such an awesome day just to be able to be in her space and she walk us through the new book. So I'm excited.
Well, you know what? I want to do things a little different today. It's because I want you to give the background of Nyla, because you have the history, you have the flow. Who are we talking to today?
So you're talking to Nyla Johnson. So listen, I met Nyla Johnson many years ago she was doing an event. And at that time,
but who is Nyla Johnson?
So Nyla Johnson is her mother. Listen, okay. Nyla Johnson is my publicist. So first of all, I'm just going to put a plug out there. She's my publicist.
Shout out.
And I met her many years ago before she was my publicist. And her mother was telling me then I needed to write books. And this was when her first book came out. And so I met her, and then I was introduced to Nyla because Tanisha was putting up funny things that Nyla was doing or saying on Facebook. And I just fell in love with Nyla by some of the stuff she was doing and saying. So out of the womb, I promise you, Nyla has been special. She has done and said some things that I laugh for hours on. It will be days later and I will be texting her mom. I said, you know, I love Nyla. So I've loved her from the beginning before I even saw her face. And so today I'm excited that she's sitting here. Like I said, she's 10 years old. When I first met Nyla, she was very young. She was early because it's been almost 10 years since you did the book signing. So she was very young. Mm-hmm. And so now I've had the opportunity to watch her grow into an aspiring young little lad. I'm gonna call her a little lad because she's only 10, but she's so gifted and has so much wisdom. So I've had the opportunity to watch her grow, and here she is today.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nyla, good morning, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, she's doing great. Yeah. Wow.
Look how beautiful that smile is.
It's lightening up. It's making me want to, you know what? I need to just smile. I need to know how to talk. And I need to learn how to talk and smile. Okay. So Nyla, we know you have a book that you just wrote, but before we talk about the book, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're in the 5th grade, right? But now you're going to is it the 6th grade?
Well, I'm in the 4th grade and I'm going to the 5th grade.
Okay. Well, get me right. Okay. So you're in the 4th grade going to the 5th grade.
Yeah.
And where do you go to school?
Hugger Elementary.
Hugger Elementary. Okay, so that's in New York?
Rochester.
She looked at her mom like, is it in New York?
She looking at her mom like, you know what? This crazy lady knows that I live in Michigan, I go to school, and she just said New York. So I know you wrote your book, but just let's tell us about what you like to do. What do you like to do in your spare time besides writing?
I like to play basketball on in my driveway.
Wait, hold on. Wait, stop. Basketball.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Nyla.
You have a basketball hoop in your driveway?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So first you have a basketball.
Yes.
A round orange basketball.
Right.
Yes.
And then so you bounce it
Right.
and then you shoot it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh.
So you like to play basketball. Do you play on a team or you just do it for fun or?
I used to play on a team at my school.
Mhm.
Okay, listen. So me, you probably didn't see how tall I was, but I love basketball. I played junior high, high school, college basketball. I mean, I could probably show you a few pointers,
Uh-oh.
but
Yeah.
I used to be a junior college All-American at Oakland Community College. But
Okay.
I mean, so if you want some pointers, just I could show you maybe a couple of things.
Yeah.
After that, I'll watch you grow if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to continue on, but I also like to play with my friends. Shout out to Peyton and Stella and Vivian and Riley and Brooklyn and Olivia and all the friends, all the girls that are in my school. I mean, in my class.
Mhm.
Why are you giving shout outs to them? Help me understand that. I didn't do that when I was a kid.
I like doing shout outs to them because they were the most important people in my life. Other than my family, they were the second most important people in my life. So
I like that. I like that, Nyla. So you're letting people know right now that they're important and you're shouting them out. So we absolutely love that. You give people their flowers right now. So that's awesome. Okay. I don't think nobody shouted me out, when I was in 10 years old in the fourth grade going
Because we didn't do that. Because we did not do that. It's a new age now.
Okay.
Where, we show
New Year.
they show each other love.
Nyla said it's a new year too. Huh?
It's a new year. It's a new year because back when we were growing up, it was all about us. We figured, what, we're gonna toot our own horn. But if you have your friends that you consider your family, they are your family, and they shout you out, and that's how you grow. And that's the difference between when we grew up back in the day to now. So let's get this party started. Let's get this rolling.
Yeah.
Let's get this rolling.
So Nyla, listen, tell us a little bit about your book. What's the name of it? And tell us about it.
The name is The Nyla Chronicles, Nyla's First Day of Kindergarten, made by Nyla Johnson and published by Tanita Johnson, which is my mom.
How does it feel to be published by your mom?
It's okay.
Just okay. That's huge.
Yeah, it's super huge, except she said that I can't make any other books I can only make books that will fit under the Nyla Chronicles umbrella. And I wanted to make this comic book about a nice alien that goes to a Christian school named Zach.
Oh my goodness. So your mom is not going to let you do that one, huh?
Well, I already started it, so she can't stop me now.
Uh-oh. So you're on the writing roll, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand. Now that you've wrote Nyla's First Day of Kindergarten, what is the book about?
It's about, my first day of kindergarten. So first, the day before the first day of kindergarten, I go to Stony Creek Park to meet my teacher, a kindergarten roundup to meet my teacher. And I see all my friends there that are in my class or neighborhood. And my teacher's name is Miss Jalil, but we had to abbreviate and say Miss Jones.
Okay.
And then we all had a popsicle before we left, my friends and me. And then the next day, I wake up in my bed, and then I get my clothes on, get my shoes on, put my stuff in my backpack, and go to the sink to wash my face, brush my teeth, and use mouthwash and floss.
Oh, you do all of that in the morning?
Yeah.
Mouthwash. Wait a minute.
And floss?
Mouthwash and floss.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, we were just told, just brush your teeth.
2 times a
Just
day.
brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Twice a day. It wasn't, okay, get the mouthwash over this so your breath won't stink. And then don't, and floss. I wasn't taught about floss until I was about, I'm not even going to tell you what age. Okay. But I got pretty teeth now, but, and they're mine. But I wasn't taught about, I wasn't said, okay, get the mouthwash, get the floss, and you do it together. Who told you that you needed to floss and use mouthwash?
My mom.
Oh,
That's awesome. That's awesome that you had a mom that showed you how to take care of your teeth.
Yeah, she will not let me leave the house without doing it.
Well, that's awesome. So listen, I hear you're walking us through how you were getting ready for your first day, but I understand that this book was actually written when you were 7 years old. So that was 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, you were walking through those steps. Wow. That's amazing. I don't know a 7-year-old with a detailed mindset like that who can verbatim say, this is what I did at 7. How does it feel to have the book completed now and it's in the hands of readers?
It feels like amazing. I get a lot of checks from Meijer
Oh,
because my book is in Meijer now. Well,
yes.
Hold on. Wait, stop, baby. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's this podcast is going all over. It's going to be all over the world. So is podcast my pen or what is Meijers? You're saying that like what is Meijers?
So Meijer's is like a grocery store. It's like a Kroger. It's like a Super Walmart or a Kroger.
So that means it's a one-stop shop. So you can go in there, get food, you can buy clothes and books.
Yeah, and like baked goods or candy or snacks.
So wait a minute. We're talking about Meijer.
We're about to fight over this. We're about to fight now. We're about to fight now. Dr. T?
Yes.
When we were speaking, Meijers must have flew all over my head. Maybe I was thinking about food. I wasn't thinking about getting a kid's book and Meijers. That's huge. Meijers just doesn't accept. Meijers is just like Kroger's. Meijers is just like Publix. If you're listening and you in the South, Publix is a grocery store.
Yeah.
Publix is compared to our Meijers and our Kroger's in Michigan. So your book in Meijers is huge, sweetie. You got to put some Meijers. You got to let people know Meijers grocery store. Just add that to it. Meijers grocery store. Okay, I'm done. I just want
it's amazing though, because Meijers, do you all remember Meijers was Meijer 50 acres? Because Meijer has 50 acres with that. So imagine.
And most people don't know Meijer is in 5 states. So her book is not just in Michigan, it's in 5 states, all 256 stores. Yeah.
256.
Wow.
That's why we got mom. That's why we got mom sitting next to her. We got mom sitting next to her because mom could just bring that extra let you know. No, Meijers is in 5 states, you guys. And Meijers has how many
256.
256 stores. Okay.
Huge.
Huge.
Wait a minute, Nyla.
That's almost half a year.
Listen, that's over half a year because it's 365 days in a year. So that's over half a year. But wait a minute, Nyla. Your books is in 256 stores. That's huge. Let me kudos to you. Kudos to you. I'm shouting you out right now. That is huge. And so you're sitting here like, oh, it's just in Meijer. I think I'll be doing a jumping jack or something, right?
Right now.
If I wasn't in a chair.
You'll be doing the front flip.
Yeah.
Are you in the market for a new or used car? Whether you're in the Metro Detroit area or anywhere in the U.S., call or text me at 248-3 301-0461. And I go to work on getting you the best deal possible. That's right. We're delivered anywhere in the U.S. Call or text me at 248-301-0461. So listen, I was reading over some of the things that you've done and what you do daily. I understand that you have another business. So outside of selling books, what other business do you have?
I have a dog walking business. I'm actually doing it today at 4:30. Every Tuesday at 4:30.
What is that?
A dog walking business is where you go to other people's house. You like ask if you can do a favor for them and walk their dog. And then you'll have like a schedule kind of. And my schedule, I don't know if it's gonna change because it's summer now. It was only Tuesdays on school days, and they might change it, but it's today. And I'm gonna be doing it every Tuesday at 4:30. Sometimes they put a note on the door that they said they already walked it or they're taking it to the field. And the last note that I got, well, the very first note that I got, that was like 3 months ago, I think. It said that the dog's name is Mabel, and it said that she like broke her foot. So yeah.
So Mabel, the dog broke his foot?
Her foot.
Her foot. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You see, I got that correction right. Why is it your passion for walking four-legged animals or friends, four-legged friends?
It's my passion because like I really like dogs. They're like nice and way better than cats. Because one time a cat scratched me on my face, so I've had a hatred of cats ever since.
A hatred? Listen, okay. We might have something in common right there, Nyla. So listen, Nyla, I also read that you enjoy riding a hover-round?
A hoverboard.
Hoverboard?
Yeah.
So a hover-round.
We didn't have those when we were kids, remember?
I might need a hover-round for myself. That's why I'm laughing. So a hoverboard. Now, is that like a skateboard? What is a hoverboard?
Yeah, it's like a skateboard, but a skateboard has 4 wheels and a hoverboard only has 2. Ooh. So a hoverboard is basically a straight line with wheels on the bottom. And then there's like these little like things that stick up for the wheels to fit in. And then there's like these little black pegs on the middle. So when you step on it, it turns on. Well, first you have to press a button for it to turn on, but you have to step on it, and then you lean forward for it to go forward, and then you lean a little bit back for it to go back. And then if you want to spin, say you want to spin your right foot, you would have to lift up your left foot just a little bit, like this much, and it'll go right. And if you want to do your left foot, then you have to pick up your right foot this much, and it'll go left. And then it'll tell you when the battery dies, because in the middle there's like 2 screens. The first screen is the battery screen, so it'll turn red and start beeping. And then the second screen is when it's unleveled or on like not a very hard surface. That'll also start beeping, and it'll wait until it gets leveled again.
Wow. So it basically guides you, because before they had hoverboard, there were skateboards, right? Yeah. And the skateboards, you control the skateboard. So if you rode over a hump or something happened, you just ended up injuring yourself, and not getting up. Because I remember I had one of my worst accidents that I've ever had riding a skateboard. And I think on my knee, I know on my knee now, I still have that same scar, because I would get on my skateboard, ride down the street, wouldn't look both ways. I just had the straight vision. And the only control I had was in me paying attention. It wasn't like the board. The board is not what do you call it? Help me out. It wasn't Teresa, it wasn't Dr. T, it wasn't
listen.
Level.
Okay, you didn't have one.
It wasn't level. It didn't have
right.
like the hoverboard has. You have a like a handlebar type thing on that, but the skating board you didn't. So you had to balance it yourself.
You had your feet. You wait a minute. You had
that's all you had was your feet and the lower.
Yeah, she doesn't have a handlebar either. It's
really?
All got it by her feet.
It's all feet.
Oh goodness. So it's
no handlebar.
Higher level.
You need to hit Google. You need to hit Google for the hoverboard, Dr. T.
Well, you know what? That's not my. That's
Amazon.
I think I surpassed that. I've surpassed that type of thing.
And then, so I forgot one thing. If you want to go like over a sidewalk or like a speed hump, I just remember this while you were talking about it. If you want to go over it, you would just have to. You would go back from it. You would go forward a little bit, and then you would like turn one of your feet, and then you would turn like the hand that you write with. I recommend that foot that you turn first, and then so I'm right-handed, so I turn my right foot first, and then I go to my left foot, and then you're over it.
I love it. I recommend that you use your foot that your same hand and foot that you write with, right, and lead with. That's awesome. Did you hear her? I recommend that.
You know what? I recommend that too. You know, I'll take that recommendation myself.
I'll take it too.
So Nyla, what's one of the ways that makes your days most effective? And you know what? Let me just say this. One of the ways that makes my day more effective is that when I wake up in the morning, I thank God that I woke up, right? But then another thing I do is, you know, I tend to write things down on paper. You know, what do you use to keep yourself together every day of all the things you have going on? When you got something going on Tuesday, you got something going on Monday or Friday, what do you use?
I use my my brain, and
that's what I love.
My student planner.
That's what I was looking for. Yes, that's what I was listening. Yes.
I like the organicness though, because she says, first of all, I use my brain. So I like the organicness of her and the honesty of kids. Kids are so honest and it just flows off. So you use your planner, man.
Yeah. So I use my brain to remember my planner. And then I write all the stuff I'm going to do today down. And then I just remember to do it.
I got to remember that because, you know, so too many times that we rely on the pen, right? And we rely on writing things down and using the brain and trying to remember things because so many people depend on gadgets and writing stuff down in Google, but they forget that they need to use the brain. They need to think, you know what, this is what we were born with. So use what you were born with. But Nyla, if there was one thing that you could tell someone that's 10 years old that they should be doing right now, what's some advice that you can give a 10-year-old right now?
Probably no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life does go on and it'll be better tomorrow.
That's the best words right there.
That's good. So Nyla, for those who tuning in or may have tuned in late, tell us, how can we purchase your book? Can you hold it up so that everybody can see it again? And can you tell us the name of it?
It is called The Nyla Chronicles, Nyla's First Day of Kindergarten, made by Nyla Johnson and published by my mom, Nyla Johnson. And then how you could buy it, you could either go to Meijer, like you could always look in Meijer for this book. And how you know it's my book, there is a little picture of me on the back. And then like a little pink dress. Or you could go to my mom's website, www.soitiswritten.net, and the thing looks like this.
So Nyla, how much is the book?
$13.
So the book is $13, and we can go to Meijer's or we can go to soitiswritten.net to purchase it.
Or you could go to Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Now that's huge right there.
That's
Amazon.
huge. You are Amazon bestseller, huh? Yes. So Nyla, before we end the broadcast, tell us and all the viewers, who inspires you every day?
My mom, my dad, and my friends that I shouted out earlier.
All right. Now, I think that's awesome. I thank you so much for allowing us to have this interview with you. Is there one last thing that you want to say to the viewers?
Have a good life and a good summer.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you. But let's give a shout out to Mom, who is with you this morning. Someone wanted to reach her on social media. How would they reach Nyla through you on social media?
So she's 10, so we haven't opened that social media.
No, yours. What's yours?
Yeah.
What's yours? That's what I meant. What's yours? That's what I'm saying. What's yours?
Right. On social media, all platforms, if they type in Tenita Bestseller, TENITA Bestseller, they'll find me. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
All right.
One more time for us. One more time. Repeat that.
Yep. So Tenita Bestseller on all platforms.
All right. LinkedIn, Facebook,
Twitter. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you got the same
or
name.
They can type in Nyla Johnson and it'll come right up.
So if somebody wanted to book her, they could just go to your platform, Nyla Johnson, and Tenita Bestseller Johnson, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right.
Or they can go to TenitaJohnson.com and fill out the contact form and they can connect with us that way.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So again, we just want to shout you out. She is the publisher of Nyla's book. That's her mom. She is Tenita Bestseller, right? So I need to put that out there. Bestseller. That's in her name. So she's an awesome publisher. She's my publisher. So I just got to get that little plug there. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And you're welcome for coming on your podcast.
Okay.
Well, thank you
Awesome.
so much. Well, thanks for listening to the No Limited podcast. I'm your host, Regina Eileen Woodard, and my co-host, who?
Teresa Moore, Dr. T. Thank you. See you all later.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the No Limiter podcast with Regina Eileen Woodard. Remember to subscribe and review the No Limiter podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcast and the No Limiter podcast YouTube channel. Every listen and review helps to get this podcast out to as many no limiters like you as possible.